Hola, fellow expats. Welcome to our podcast, Living La Vida Española, where we share all the juicy details of our journey as expats in Spain. We're Nic and Julie, and we're here to help you navigate the ups and downs of living in this beautiful country. From the best tapas bars to the quirks of Spanish culture, we've got you covered. So sit back, relax, and join us on this adventure as we share our trials and errors so you can move through Spain like a local in no time. Hola, fellow expats. I'm Julie.
Hola, hola. I'm Nic. So excited to be here today. We are talking about one of my most favorite topics, Halloween. Yes.
Halloween.
So we're talking about how it's celebrated here in Spain opposed to how it is celebrated back in our home in the USA.
If you're from anywhere else in the world and you're in Spain celebrating, we want to know how it differs. So send in the comments and we'd love to hear your stories.
Please let us know. We are so interested in your journey as well. So let's get right into it.
So Halloween in Spain is a bit different. And this is all based on research because I've only been here for 3 months. And Nic, you have a little bit of a different view because you've been here for how long now?
I've been here for a few years. My take on Halloween has kind of changed over the years.
From a little bit of the research that I've seen in Spain, it's mostly more of a religious thing. It's not really Halloween. That's more like a US and other parts of the world. People go to church. In mass, they commemorate their deceased, and then they go to the cemetery and they like bring flowers and like the whole family goes. And even on November 1st, people have the day off. So the day of All Saints Day, right?
Exactly. You had mentioned in Spain, Halloween takes on more of this religious role in place of kind of what we're used to during Halloween time with the extravagant haunted houses, the trick-or-treating.
This will be officially my first Halloween, here in Spain. Yes. I'm excited and sad. It's like a mixed feelings because I love Halloween. Like it's a whole month celebration for me and my family. We go all out. And here, we're starting fresh. We didn't even bring any of our Halloween decorations, so I'm struggling a little trying to find the stuff. I did find that there's a few mazes here, at least here in Malaga. Maybe other parts of Spain is a little different, but at least here in Malaga, there are a few little Halloween mazes here and there, not as elaborate as like Universal Studios Hollywood Haunted Maze or like the one in Knott's Berry Farm if you're from California. Yeah. It is like the scariest one ever.
Seriously.
Like so scary. And Disneyland has like their Halloween theme. It's so beautiful. Like everywhere in the United States, I think we go all out. And here in Spain, I think it's starting to get a little bit Americanized. I want to call it Americanized, but it's just so, at least here in Malaga.
It's much different than what we're used to back home. First example I can think of is Six Flags, Great Adventure.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Six Flags.
So Halloween takes on a little bit more of the religious type celebration. There are 3 days one, including a national holiday, which I'm going to give you a little bit of the scoop of those 3 days. Let's break it down a little bit and let's get into the 3 days that are celebrated and what they're called. Here in Spain. So first day is October 31st, which is celebrated Halloween. This is all over Spain. This is Dia de los Brujas.
Las brujas. Aquí, look, I'm ready.
Okay, our second day, this is the national holiday. This is Dia de los Santos. Families get together and this is when they head to the cemeteries. And finally, Dia de los Difuntos. This is also a little bit different than Dia de los Muertos, but it kind of takes on the similar feel, which is you are paying tribute and you're honoring those who have passed.
Yes, definitely. We will definitely dedicate a special podcast just for Dia de los Muertos. And
absolutely.
I'm excited to share about that. But today we're talking about Halloween, and thank you for making that differentiation.
It's really important that you do understand the traditions here as well.
Yes, definitely. So you can actually enjoy them and maybe partake in them and start being part of the community. Spain has a lot of beautiful traditions. Some, I think we were talking before, some are being lost because it's such a melting pot here. There's people from all over the world, which is beautiful, and we all bring our own traditions. But it's nice to also celebrate the traditions that are so true to Spain. For example, I wanted to share one of my family traditions from back in the States. And one of those are, it's like so dear to my heart. We're from Southern California, from Los Angeles, and there we have pumpkin patches, and I'm pretty sure all over the States. So pumpkin patches, so like huertas de calabazas. They grow all the pumpkins, and you go and you literally walk through the fields, and you pick your pumpkin, and you take like this big thing. What is it called? I don't know what it's called.
The wheelbarrow.
The wheelbarrow. Thank you.
The wheelbarrow.
That you're not supposed to jump into, but we do. And then you get your pumpkins, and it's like a whole family thing. And most of the pumpkin patches are so neatly decorated for Halloween, and each year it just gets better and better. It's like this huge carnival thing. And I remember asking you, like, where can I find a pumpkin patch here in Spain? Fortunately, there aren't any. There is a thing called a vivero, which is kind of like a little farm, but you don't necessarily go into the farm and like look. They have them there on display, and you can just buy them like a regular store. It's kind of like an orchard.
It's that front entrance where you're just
but you can't go and like
absolutely
pick the stuff. However, there was one here in Malaga. It's a la Rin de la Torre.
A la Rin de la Torre.
There, yes, which is a little in the outskirts of Malaga. They do have a little Halloween maze, like a Halloween haunted house.
Oh,
and it's
that
so
sounds
cute.
Fun.
Something to do, and it's free, and it's pretty awesome. If you want more information, then just go onto our Instagram post right there, and make sure you follow, share, and you know the drill.
So, do I dare speak about the costume difference?
Yes, please do.
Okay, so honest question here: witch or zombie? What do you think?
I'm more of a bruja. I believe in all of that stuff. So witch, yeah, definitely.
Very good.
Because zombies scare me more because like they're dead.
Well, zombies definitely scare me. I'm more of la bruja. And in Malaga, there is a zombie walk that takes place during Halloween time. On the topic of costumes, I want to mention too that unlike in the US, where it's very typical to have an array or a closet full of types of costumes, which I'm sure that we both have had in the past.
Yes. Here.
Yeah. For here, you have to think about it. There are other festivals throughout the year, right? Las Fallas in Valencia. We also have Carnival. The types of costumes that you're going to see typically are only a select few for Halloween.
So these other events that you just mentioned that I know nothing about, you wear costumes?
Yeah, in Carnival, which takes place in Cádiz, as well as Las Fallas. So things throughout Spain, you definitely see other festivals and places where costumes are.
I've always loved costumes, so it's so great to hear that in Spain they have so many different occasions
to
dress up and wear costumes. I think I vaguely remember seeing pictures of me like when I was a kid being a bruja. That was one of my first. And then another one was gitana, which I love. That was one of my favorite costumes. Yes. Do you remember any of your childhood ones?
So I think maybe I was around 10 years old and I was a hippie. I had my full outfit. I was decked out in 60s, 70s groove.
Another Halloween tradition that I want to share, this is from the US. My family does this and I'm pretty sure you did too, was after going pumpkin patching, we would choose a date and host a pumpkin carving gathering. So I am going to bring this tradition here and I want to make sure that my kids keep enjoying the tradition, so we're hosting a tiny little gathering for my daughter and a couple of her friends, and everybody's bringing their pumpkins and we're going to do the pumpkin carving because we are keeping our American traditions, and we're also definitely going to celebrate all of the Spanish ones because I'm also part Mexican. My parents are from Mexico and we always say any excuse to party. So
the party, cheers to that. Let's cheers. Salud.
And something else. I mean, we don't just carve the pumpkins and then throw that to the trash because that would be awful. So what you do is like all the stuff you take out of the pumpkin, and if you've never done a pumpkin carving, then I'll share like the whole process later.
Yeah, I think it would be awesome to share a little bit.
Yes, so just in case somebody wants to give it a try or has never seen, because I know in Spain is not the tradition, so it's totally new, and I'm pretty sure we're going to start seeing a lot more because we're going to share it.
Absolutely. Let's see how far we can spread it.
Okay, so you take out all the guts, the pumpkin seeds. Yes. You separate them and then you toast them. Mm-hmm. And you lightly salt them and they're
Qué
delicioso. And then the other thing is you make pumpkin pie. Who doesn't like pumpkin pies? So in the US, the easiest way to make a pumpkin pie is to just get the can. You go to the grocery store and they have like tons of the pumpkin pie kits, basically.
I couldn't agree more with you.
And
absolutely.
Marshmallow.
And the pie crust in the frozen section.
Frozen section, yes. Or even the like non-frozen, but the frozen one is better.
Yeah.
It tastes so good. The only thing is I need to find where they sell the pre-made crust because I don't know. Or I guess I can just make it out of crumb and just make it myself.
I think maybe we'll eventually have one cooking program where we need to learn a little bit of the ways that we need to make things now.
Yes, because
it's not so easy to find.
No. Anyway, so that's another thing that's part of our little tradition, and we're going to see how it's going to turn out here in Spain because everything is so different. Since you've been in Spain longer, have you done any pumpkin carvings here?
Last year was the first time that I really got to celebrate the way that I wanted. Of course, they're not the big jumbo pumpkins, but we took a pumpkin maybe about the size of this little guy right here.
That's a good size.
Not bad. You can buy them even in the food stores. So it's something to know about like the holidays. Typically the things that you're going to find in the stores come out almost a week to 2 weeks before. You're not going to find that month before or 2 months before.
However, I have seen Christmas stuff already, and we're in
Christmas
October.
might be a whole
The
different
exception.
story.
I'm
Yeah,
like, wait.
Christmas is the exception for
Thanksgiving hasn't
sure. I know. I absolutely agree with you. So I definitely would say that probably by now, Carre Food is the place where you can definitely find some pumpkins.
It's awesome that you got to finally start your traditions again here in Spain.
Yeah.
So do you think you're going to do it this year?
I absolutely am going to do it this year. I just have to pick up the pumpkins.
Make sure you get it within time, right? Because we had a dilemma where, like, in the US, there's pumpkins everywhere, right? Every grocery store, everywhere. There's even small little parking lots turn into pumpkin patches. They just have them everywhere. And we waited for like 2 weeks before Halloween, and we couldn't find them. Like, gone, completely gone. It was the year after COVID, like COVID.
Oh, wow.
And so we're like, if in the US that's like a tradition, everybody does it, there's an abundance of pumpkins. What about here where it's not really a thing? There's probably not as many. And as people start, celebrating this, I wonder if you'll have a hard time finding them if you wait too long. Oh, so we're cutting it really close. You better go get your
very
pumpkin.
Close, girl. Let me tell you, it is time.
I can't wait to see your pumpkin creations, your carvings. I'll share them, you share them, and you share them.
Guys, you at home.
Yes. So don't forget to tag us on all the socials. We are at
Living la Vida Española.
I absolutely love this season. It's like one of my favorites, aside from Christmas, of course, and my birthday, which is a whole month celebration.
Okay. Yes, Halloween for sure is one of my favorites. I love it.
Yes. And back home, we used to do family coordinated costumes. Like we were every year it was like a different theme, like Ghostbusters theme. My husband was like the big white, like the marshmallow man. He had like the little machine, and it was so fun. My daughter was like a Ghostbuster. I was too. It was so cool.
Oh, I love that.
But I haven't been able to find stuff here, so we'll see what we're gonna be this year. Also, another thing I wanted to share, in case you haven't found out yet, us Americans are known for loving our Starbucks. At least I'm a basic mom, and I love Starbucks. And I was so excited. I mean, it doesn't get more basic than this. My pumpkin spice latte is a must for this season. And I was so absolutely amazed and happy. And like my little heart was just full when I found out that in España, the Starbucks here has the pumpkin spice lattes. And I was just so happy.
They sure do. And they are yummy.
What are you dressing up for Halloween this year?
This year, well, I think I'm going to keep that a little bit of a surprise.
Ooh, perdón.
If you're interested in checking out our costumes this year, make sure to check
Living la Vida Española.
Let's wrap it up for our Halloween special. I hope you have enjoyed. Me and Julie have had a fantastic morning. We'll catch you in the next one.
With our little cafecito, or maybe un vinito. Thanks for tuning in to Living la Vida Española. We hope you enjoyed hearing about our experiences as expats in Spain. So keep exploring, keep learning, and keep living la vida española. Hasta la próxima!